Yeah, I'll tell you something. I think you'll understand.
47.8% of the world's population lives in malaria-infected areas.
Something.
In 1 hour, there are 36,000 new cases of malaria diagnosed.
So if you get malaria, you have a 0.4% chance of dying. Countries with malaria tend to have a penalty of 0.4% of their gross domestic product.
To me, you let me be your
Ways to combat malaria is bed nets, and the mathematical equation for that is y equals 1.74 times x, and x is being the number of people.
Another way to combat malaria is using medicines called ACTs, and the equation to solve that would be y equals 2.4x plus 0.9w. X stands for the number of adults with malaria, and w stands for the amount of kids.
Another way to prevent malaria is to use sprays. The equation for the cost of the spray is y equals 1.74x, where x is the population.
It's such a feeling of
So I think we should be using spray.
I can't.
Then that's
There's only the people get malaria, which
20 could have bed nets.
I think that you.
Two bed nets.
I think we can no, we can't do because it's not everyone who agrees.
Yeah, it's not everyone agrees
Yeah.
with sprays. Because like,
Like putting 10% of the.
Can you get these things?
No, but we can-
It's like,
So if we do 4 people in each bed net, that's $65 million.
How do we do that?
we should probably do Congo's like the middle, and they're the first.
So we have 4 million.
So we have 4 million.
We can go to club.
Do you guys want like
Go back to
extra?
the-
Wait, what if we do extra ATP?
no.
You'll understand.
And then we go from house to house.
Aren't you just easy to
That's something.
Would be like a reasonable estimate for like.
I already did the math.
I wanna hold your hand.
$100 million.
Internet.
It's not that much.
Hold your hand. Oh, please.
Decided to spray 80% of Kenya's homes to stop malaria, and it would end up costing $55 million.
Let me be your.
So a recommendation we had was using bed nets in Kenya, and so we're doing bed nets because they're very cheap. And so since bed nets are very big, we can fit 5 people under one bed net. So the cost to help Kenya will be $52 million.
So we would spray 80% of Tanzania, and Tanzania has about 43 million people. 80% of 43 million would be about 35 million, and we'd use an expression by doing 35 million times 101.74. We would get around 61 million, and we'd end up paying 61.8 billion.
I can't hide.
We're gonna use ACTs for everyone in Kenya. So the total cost of that would be about 17 million. And where I got that was the cost to treat infected children added by the infected adults. So it would be y, which is the cost, would equal 0.9 times the amount of children who have it, which is about 6 million, plus 2.40, which is the cost of how much it takes to treat adults who have malaria, and then times that number by adults, which is about like 10 million. and then it should all equal like 17 million in the end.
So my group, as one of our recommendations, we decided to provide education to 80% of the United Republic of Tanzania. So we were going to tell them that the insecticide is poisonous because some of them believe so. And we were going to put 3.2 million to that cause.
When I say that
Stop malaria are to spray Kenya with indoor residential spray and to give ACTs to Kenya and Tanzania.
I wanna hold.
Equals the number of adults infected. The cost per child is 90 cents and the cost per adult is $2.40. So the equation would be y, the total cost equals 2.40 times x plus 0.9 times w. So the total cost is about 17 million.
Bed nets, and as backups, we're going to use ACTs for people that are already affected. And so,
Insecticide-treated bed nets is $4.21 per person. If we fit 5 people under a net in Kenya, then the cost of giving bed nets to every 5 people would be $52 million.
And the ACTs are cheaper than all the other solutions. Oh yeah.
We will fit 6 people under one bed net, so we can fit 25,648,854 people inside about 4 million bed nets.
It's such a feeling that my love